Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and here we have the new titanium frame lock TITYUS. TITYUS, I think it's pronounced. But I've been screaming since this first came out. I swear, when this first came out, I contacted KUBEY and said, listen guys, you guys should make a premium version of this. You guys gotta do it. And I believe I even told them to use a 14C as far as the blade steel goes, but just make a titanium frame lock. Well, 2 years later, they did it. So maybe it's a year. I don't know how long it's been. But we have beautiful 14C 28M blade steel. I'm not mad at that. I'm happy with that, especially when you hear the price. Titanium frame lock comes in multiple different colors. I chose the green one just because green's kind of, it's not like super difficult, but it's a little bit more of a difficult color for them to get with titanium. It kind of has like, hues of blue and stuff like that, but I think they did a decent job with it. I only have a couple green knives with titanium. Anyways, not that they can't get it, but it's like a whole knife. You usually don't see that. But inset deep carry clip with flat screws, not reversible. Sorry, lefties. Titanium hardware all the way around, so you can see the hardware is anodized as well. The back spacers are not. That's kind of, whatever. But ergonomics, I mean, very similar to the original, but now contoured. Obviously this one's contoured. It's got the micro machining. The micro machining is not really deep or anything, but you can feel it. It definitely gives you some texture, and it's very ergonomic. It's definitely even more ergonomic than the original. But this was called the budget KOENIG ARIUS, basically. Like everybody said, like this is, not that they were copying it or anything, but just that, it was a way, if you like the design of the KOENIG ARIUS, this was a way for you to get it. Now these things right here, you can get the JG10 one and maybe one or two other ones for like less than 35 bucks, like 32 to 35 bucks. The black one, the one I have right here, is $41, but they go all the way down to like $32. So they're very, very affordable. D2 steel, G10, steel liners, deep carry clip, and it works really good. I've had about 5 or 6 of these. I've had different colors, and all of them had phenomenal action. Like just falls shut, fantastic reverse flick. The flipper tab is very comfortable, well jimped, and it offers you a spot to either light switch or push button. So it's a very comfortable flipper tab that works super, super good. And you can thumb flick this hole as well. Now, as far as the titanium frame lock one goes, the detent is pretty similar. I know sometimes people worry about locking themselves out, by putting pressure on the lock bar. I have not had that issue. I imagine left-handed I would though. Yeah, left-handed you would, just because they chamfer this edge a little bit. But as long as you're right-handed, you'll really like this, or at least you should. Now, let's talk about the price. This was around $100. So I think it was like 90, 95 bucks, something like that. Now, I can't link it, I don't think. I'm going to try to, so check the links just in case. It'll be right at the top if I can. But if not, the only place you can get it, or the place I seen it, was from KUBEY themselves. I think they do have one other outlet that is all KUBEYs that you can get it from, but the KUBEY site does have them. So, and you can pick any different color you want. I believe it's still the same price, like 95 bucks. So that's a fantastic deal. And this one, I definitely can link all the colors to this one. And there is a lot of flavors with this one. Look at that, so smooth. So for around 100 bucks, you're getting heavily milled out, contoured titanium frame lock with micro milling, steel lock bar insert, titanium hardware, and then a inset deep carry titanium clip, 14C 28M blade steel with a nice stone wash, very comfortable flipping action, and fantastic action. This thing is so, so smooth, and this one's still breaking in. If I bring up this one, this thing is rock solid lockup, perfect centering, and this thing is basically a guillotine. It is so, so smooth. So I imagine this will wind up becoming the same. I can feel that it will. I know it's different because it's a frame lock over a liner lock, but You know, the details are there. All the little details are there. The only little complaint I could really say is, you know, I wish the plunge grind had an abrupt line where it ends. I can see where it starts, but it tapers and it like kind of just like, you know, it tapers to the point to where you can barely see where it ends. I can tell it probably ends right there, and I've sharpened these up before, and they usually get a few good sharpenings before they'll hit the plunge grind, but I'd love to just see it. I'd love to see the end line right where it ends so I know right where I can sharpen to. The next little thing is, you know, the standoffs, you know, they could be green since everything else is green. That'd be nice rather than silver, you know, so they don't even really match the blades. That's the one little nitpick negative, but yeah, not that big of a deal. This thing is pretty awesome. I'm definitely happy with it. It's definitely a fantastic user for a lot of people that are trying to get premium materials. Maybe they don't care about a super premium steel, but 14C is a good steel, solid steel. It's a well-rounded steel. It doesn't have the most incredible edge retention out there, but it's got decent edge retention. It's got good edge retention. It's very easy to sharpen. It takes an incredibly sharp edge, and it's very tough. So it's a super tough steel, which helps it do really good with thin geometry and also helps it do good with low angle edges, which also you know, extend your edge retention, but then more so, it makes it cut better. So your edges will be sharper, keener, pass through materials a little bit better with, you know, better edge geometry. And 14C allows you to get that great edge geometry by putting low angle edges on your knives because it's built for very thin blades and grinds and things like that. Fantastic steel. I personally love it. And it's super stainless, so very cool. Anyways, work hard, stay tough. You guys know society's relying on you. Until next time, peace.